I think I got my macro lens about a year ago. I'm not quite sure, but I know I had it at this time in 2021 when we had our Christmas tree up and I was taking pictures of ornaments and other things with the Christmas tree. And I do remember this specifically because I was really excited to get my macro lens and take pictures of Christmas ornaments. And I thought that would make for a really cool subject to take pictures of. And for the most part, I think I was right. But what I didn't know then that I do know now is that there's a lot more to macro photography than just getting really close to your subject. And that's what I did at first. I would just like get really close to something small and then take what I thought was a good photo. And it's not that they were bad photos. There was just a lot more I could have done with it. And so what you're seeing here is a Christmas ornament hanging on a Christmas tree. You can't really see the top third of the ornament or the Christmas tree, but you can see the entire composition that there's no way I would have taken this photo a year ago. I didn't know enough about macro photography to take this photo a year ago. So first of all, the subject, you'll notice it's this Christmas tree ornament, which is slightly off center. And that's something that I wouldn't have done when I first got my macro lens. I didn't think about composing shots where the subject is slightly off center. And I also didn't know enough about lighting back then. So the lighting in the background is a couple Christmas tree lights that are positioned intentionally by me. And this is also not looking straight into the Christmas tree, which is what I did a year ago. I would just like take a picture of a Christmas tree ornament looking directly through like into the center of the tree. And now I'm trying to look for more creative ways to take these shots, like what you see here, where I'm sort of looking along the outer diameter of the tree. And in the background, I've got several Christmas tree lights. And what you can't really see is a metal ornament, like a silver spherical ornament that's positioned in such a way so as to have lights reflect off of it. So we're getting all these reflections, the green, the blue, the yellow. Those are lights reflecting off of a Christmas tree ornament. And then on the left-hand side, you've got that green, it's not a light, it's like a branch of the tree hanging down. And all of these things come together to create this complete composition. And I'm much more happy with this than I was with my initial compositions a year ago when I first started taking macro photography. And there's also more that I'm learning about controlling the entire composition with exposure settings. So for instance, this is taken at f11 with a 2-second shutter at ISO 100. And when I first got my macro lens, I thought that macro was all about shooting wide open, and I didn't understand that it's actually not. Macro photography, when done really well, is often about stopping down your aperture, closing down your aperture, and that's what I've done here. And I did take a few wider shots, but it didn't work. The background was just too blurry, and the depth of field was too shallow. So all this goes to say that I've learned an awful lot about macro photography over the past year, and this picture in my mind is evidence of that. And I think that's pretty cool.